Here are some things that I have unfortunately found about life to be true, starting with the first, which is with the wrong people, no good deed goes unpunished. Okay, so how many of us have made the unfortunate mistake of being generous too quickly with the wrong people? Whether it is helping them with a favor or doing anything else that would have made their life easier, the regret hits real quick when you realize that that person you did a good deed for is someone whose expectations will continue to increase of what you are required to give without them ever actually considering to reciprocate back to you. And the unfortunate reality is that, especially when you meet new people, you need to be able to evaluate whether they are going to be someone who will appreciate your kindness versus exploit your kindness. So, the best approach is to start by giving small and then to see how the other person reacts to your act of kindness. Because engaging with people who just want to drain you for your value and worth instead of ever reciprocating back to you is never going to benefit you in any way. And you need to be able to gatekeep your hand until you feel comfortable that the person you're engaging with is not going to exploit what you can potentially give to them. The second unfortunate thing that is true about life is that when someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them because when you enter adulthood, the benefit of the doubt is more likely going to benefit the person who wants you to overlook who they actually are. Therefore, as soon as you get the sense that you need to engage differently with someone because they let their mask slip, you need to be able to act on that instinct and do so accordingly. And that is how you limit access to toxic people in your life because you immediately change the way you socialize with them through stronger boundaries and discernment as soon as they act in a way that is not acceptable to you. The third unfortunate thing that is true about life, and I know for this one, it might be harder for some people to accept. And you know what? A part of me sometimes still wishes that this was untrue. But the reality is that coworkers, especially your manager, are not your friends. They are, however, your professional colleagues that you can still build great working relationships with. But it is absolutely an essential life skill for you to be able to differentiate between personal friendships and professional relationships. Because when you make the mistake of assuming a coworker is a friend, you end up taking actions and making decisions that may not end up being beneficial to you. And just remember, like everyone else, you have the right to protect your self interest in the workplace. So don't jeopardize that ability by confusing business relationships from personal ones. Ultimately, maturing is realizing that sometimes we need to be able to accept certain truths about life so that we can adjust our approach and use our discernment to guide our actions and decision making to make the most of what life has to offer us.